Hello everybody, and welcome back to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. We are investigating a murder trial, and we're going to start with the judges. Shines question pertaining to the case, and those questions only. Like, comment, and subscribe. What do you think of Sunry? The idea that some half-human cripple could murder someone is obviously coveted in Selkath, questionable at best. And you can barely walk, kill a Sith warrior in her prime, preposterous. One put past problem trying to arrange the circumstance to see her dead. The Sith are much more straightforward about their intentions. Is that all? Is there anything suspicious about this case? So that one. Cripple, Sunry, I think there must be another one. Perhaps one of the witnesses. I do not know the reason for the metal clutched in Elas's hand. Maybe she fought them off even as she died. It's maybe the work of some Republic conspiracy. I'm not afraid to say so. This only means that I have of hurting the Republic is through Sunry, so be it. So you do not like the Republic. I think the Republic's institution in need of change. It's gone on too long. Sith are fresh wind. Do not believe in the false stories of the evil Sith Empire. They are nothing compared to the oppression and stagnation that the Republic represents at its core. I will join the Sith. I am wiser and more farsighted than my immediate superiors, so I'm related to civil judicial matters. I will judge this case, so I'll find Sunry guilty as he is charged to be.
So nice to meet an impartial judge for a change.
Thank you, Jolee. Partiality is one thing, blindness is another entirely.
It, not I.
Nice line, Jolee. Are you finished? I have no more questions. Do not reveal this office to discuss. Deal with only trial information. What about you, Coda? Since you've been permitted to defend Sunry, I guess I shall assist how I can. What do you think of Sunry? He's a great warrior in his time, fought for the Republic against Sith aggression, and proved valorous. Great respect for his culture, but I tried that he found himself in his current condition. Probably have more people like him, do not believe Sith would be a great problem. Is there any other way I can assist you? Is there anything suspicious? A man with such a reputable past would murder a Sith woman, especially not from behind. Knowing the Sith, there is probably some deception involved. They seek to do the same thing to us here. There has been much pressure by the Sith on our government, and even on the judges themselves, to deliver a guilty verdict in this case. But the letter of the law is absolute. We will not be compromised for Sith power games. What do you think of the Republic? Great battle, disturbing and tragic. Tottering Republic has benefited the vast majority of the galaxy for millennia. See it fall into ruin in such a short time. Don't like the Sith, make no effort to hide it. I'll even admit that if given the option, I would rule that we should join the Republic, but I must remain impartial. You are a good judge. Kota, you're a good judge. We'll do you last. Naleshakan. So I must spend some time talking to you since you were in official capacity. What do you need? What do you think of Sunry? Republic soldier, hero even. You think his Republic masters would let someone survive go so easily? Think not. Sunry maintains his confidence Republic sees to escalate the situation here. Anything suspicious? Fairly straightforward. Great empires battling. Is that all? What do you think of them? Do not buy the Republic line of good. Republic against the evil Sith. Sith has expansionist power, much like the Republic in its early history. Turning of history where the old is swept away by the better new. No more questions. What about you, Josha? Has been designated arbiter. Answer questions. What do you think of Sunry? Highly regarded by his people. He's admired by your people here on Manaan. Even seems to maintain sort of relations with them. He is capable of some of the promises some believe him to be. He is certainly capable of murder. Is there anything else you wish to ask? Is there anything suspicious? If Sunry were so innocent, why was he seen fleeing the crime? Fair. Why would he have been running if he had not committed the crime himself, or was at least aware of what had occurred? This case is fairly simple and obvious. Your Republic types stick together, I'm ready, so you will go to lengths to defend them. Republic and Sith, both empires are at fault. True. Republic in the past laying the Sith now for starting the war. Sith now have no cause for renewing hostilities. It almost seems as if they just want to conquer everything. I believe how is their right to defend itself and drive the Sith back where they came from. Fortunately for them, and perhaps for us, they do not seem to be doing a good job of it. Good perspectives. And now Selkath. You have the request beyond matters pertaining to this case. Do you know anything about that? Many shops, women species. so do not waste my time with it. What about the young Selkath? The court is not aware of any misreports, so you should file an investigation to be launched. Alright, questions about the trial. What did you think of Sunry? The Sith Empire. While he may have been severely injured in line of duty, for held him in quite high regard.
Speaking of that injury, has it been taken into consideration, Your Honor?
In no way does this ability hamper him, though. Rest assured, my personal regard will not affect my judgment. While motion may rule your Senate, cold hard hand of the law rules Manaan. Is there anything suspicious about the case? The medal that was found clutched in the Sith's hand. Found it odd that such blatant criminal control would be left at the crime scene. Analyzed the evidence, does not appear to be a replica, but I still have my doubts. In the midst of the crime, though, Soren could well have lost it. I've seen much more probable things happen in my tenure in the courts.
Simply because it was real does not mean Sunry would have overlooked it being in Elas's hand.
Is there another matter you wish to inquire about? Governing bodies both say seek to keep an amicable relationship with our world in order to facilitate the exporting of colto. I do not delude myself into thinking that either your states holds any great love for us. We are necessary, so you will let us hold our autonomy. Trying to service within intergalactic policy, find it stretches the letter of the law. Interesting. Very well, when you gather evidence, speak to the warden. Bring Stardust and the trial will commence. Cool. Let's get all the map data. I run behind here. Ooh, I'm behind you. Oh, okay, can't go that far. Oh no.
Your wish?
Just to get out of my way, Johnny.
Sure.
That's my wish. Get out of my way. Just want the map data, that's all. Okay, back to the hotel, I guess. Transition. Okay, welcome back. Let's start interrogating some people. So we have Verith Me. That must be where the body is. Locked door. And we have Glupor. You're here with Selkath, you have quest for Glupor. Glupor already say everything he knows. I have questions about the murder of Alasa. Glupor tell it's Selkath. Do you not know? Glupor have no reason not to say. Glupor tell everything. About murder, everything about Sith Lady's room. Why were you at the hotel? Glupor staying at hotel. Glupor not very rich. Hotel too rich for Glupor to live at. Glupor staying for weeks, have enough to stay here a few days. Chance to live better for a while. What did you see? Glupor not see murder. Glupor did see Republic guy, the cripple. Sunry his name. Sunry running away from scene. He can't run, he's crippled. See nothing else at all. Especially not in Sith Lady's room. What about Alasa's room? Just curious to see what had happened. Glupor have no reason to go into room. No one paid Glupor to do it. Force persuade. You want to tell me who paid you and for what? Glupor want to tell you Sith paid him money to plant metal on body. Glupor want to tell you this because you are Glupor's friend, good friend. Maybe give Glupor money, maybe not. Selkath you? Glupor's blogged room for days. Glupor thinking poor insight to think he knows something. Star map? Glupor not very bright. I'll ask more questions later. Glupor answers later too. Selkath not let Glupor leave. Okay, so there's Glupor. Alright, let's talk to Verith Me.
You with the Selkath? You here to see me about the murder too? I told the damn fish everything I knew. What more do you all want from me?
We're about Sunry and Alasa.
Sunry, I only heard of once or twice in passing. Some sort of old-time war hero against the Sith. Seen him around in the hotel, too. Going to Alasa's room always, of course. Kept the rest of the building up half the night with their damn antics usually.
An affair? You mean Sunry's not relation with Alasa?
I'm not saying anything like that. What they did in that room in private is their business. And there isn't any rule against Sith and Republic seeing each other
Sounds
for
like an
personal
affair
reasons.
to me.
Although if you think her Sith Master didn't know, you must be fooling yourself.
Sith Master.
Oh, Well, Elassa was a Sith, so of course she'd have to have someone above her. Yeah, I didn't see anything.
You want to tell me.
No, I think I could trust you. Heck, I don't even know why I shouldn't tell you. Well, one time, I saw Elassa coming in wearing this big cloak. I was on my way to my room, and she normally wears stuff like that, so I didn't pay her too much attention. But this time, I accidentally brushed up against her. Accidentally, of course. And her cloak fell open. Now, I don't have any qualms about the Sith. I leave them alone, and they leave me alone. And seeing as how Elassa had a Sith lightsaber under her cloak, I'm not going to poke that hornet's nest.
She was a Dark Jedi.
Seems so. But I'm not getting myself in any further with the Sith. I know how ruthless they are. Now, that's all I'm going to tell you. I'll testify it to the court, but you aren't going to get anything else out of me.
Oh, I gained dark side points for that. Why did I gain dark side points? Can't access that room. Let's see if we can't get the Ignis fella to open that door for me.
You're the one defending Sunry now, huh? Well, the hotel's open for you. And I guess I gotta answer any questions you want too.
Tell me what you saw the night of the murder.
The Sith woman, Elassa, rented a room in the hotel. An hour or two later, Sunry comes in and goes to her room. A couple hours later, I hear a blaster shot and see Sunry running. He can't run good because he's a cripple, but he still was going pretty fast. I would swear he started after the shot, though.
Could have gone on up after he left?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's possible, just barely. But I wouldn't say that to the court.
Could pay you 200 credits to say it.
That's a lot of money. Maybe I could do something for you then. All right, I'll do it. I'll tell the Selkath that he left before the shot went off. But this is our little secret. If you try and turn me in for lying, I'm making sure you come with me.
I see you are more interested in winning than trying to solve this case. I cannot say I approve of your actions here.
Now, was there anything else you wanted? There were only 2 other people in the hotel when it happened. One was a Rhodian named Glupor. Seems like a really dirty, shifty type. Normally I don't let his kind in here. I'm a reputable businessman, you know. But there weren't many people here, so I decided to take a chance. The other is a regular named Feareth Me. He's a Pazak player. Probably an addict, but he claims he's big in some circles. Don't know anything about him other than that. Anything else you want to know? Well, okay. If you need anything...
Okay. Let's go talk to...
You, Jedi. I hear you are investigating the Sunry murder trial, are you not? This case is not at all what it appears to be. Many currents, might I say, flow beneath the surface.
What do you mean?
This murder is much more complicated than it may first appear. Sunry and Elassa are proxies for their governments, and both sides want the other to fail. You can see the journey by the footprints. You understand, yes? Dear, dear. I'm saying they both had something to do with it. They've both kept their hands in this from the start. If you want to get to the bottom of this murder, you might seek information from both the Sith and the Republic, likely in their embassies.
They'd just give it to me?
No, of course not. You think state secrets are for sale on the common market? You would have to be devious to get what you want. Heed my advice, Jedi, and you may yet find the truths in this murder.
I already ended up with dark side points. I ain't doing that. What's the way out of here? Let's go talk to Alora. That's her name, right? Alora? Transition.
I hear you've been appointed as arbiter in Sunry's trial. My husband is innocent. Please don't let him go to jail for a crime he didn't commit.
Can you tell me anything about Sunry?
He's a cripple. There's no way he could have overpowered this Sith woman like they claim.
That's true. I'd forgotten about that. Let's not forget that he would had to have been considerably older than this Sith woman.
You're saying someone your age can overpower a woman?
I'm a Jedi, and one who is living alone in the Shadowlands until recently. That keeps you in shape, damn it. We're talking about Sunry here.
And there's no way he would do something so dishonorable as hit her from behind. Sunry's a decorated war hero. He's a hero of the Republic.
Her husband might not be so
This
innocent.
is all a plot to discredit the Republic. Sunry is a victim of a Sith frame-up.
It's possible. I haven't seen Sunry since I crashed on Kashyyyk. A man can change a lot in that time. The man I knew could never have done this crime, however.
Find the real evidence. That's all I ask. The real evidence will prove Sunry didn't do this.
Another
hear you've
question.
been
Was Sunry having an affair?
Of course not. Yes. Yes, he was having an affair. He was seeing that Sith woman. After all these years we've been together, he just dropped me like that. Not publicly, oh no. But inside, that's what it feels like. He started seeing Alasa last year. I had my suspicions for a while, but he was careless. Pretty soon everyone knew. But even though I'm sure that harlot was only using him, I know he couldn't have killed her. He came and confessed to the affair to me. He said he was going there to break it off, to end it. Maybe the Sith woman attacked him, and he had to defend himself. But even though he cheated on me, inside he's still the man I loved. He's too kind and gentle to have killed her in cold blood.
He is a soldier, though.
That was a long time ago. In a war, far, far away.
Galaxy far, far away?
He's changed now. Settled down. Oh, just please, prove his innocence. This is fine.
Alright, we gotta talk to him. We gotta talk to Sunry. You'll find the door is unlocked. If you wish to begin your trial, you must make the request with the warden, which shall then be passed on to the judges. I need to speak with Sunry.
Jolee, what are you doing here? Alora sent me, Sunry. I'm here to get you out of this mess. The courts went and made us arbiters for your case.
Just like old times, Jolee? You come swooping in out of nowhere to save my tail from the fire?
You saved my wrinkle butt more than a few times as well, friend, if I recall. But there'll be time for catching up later. Right now, we need to focus on the case.
The case is a complete frame-up. Anyone looking at the evidence could see that. Or so I thought. But the Selkath seem to think that there's enough to go to trial. There aren't any witnesses. All that evidence against me is circumstantial and completely flawed.
Okay, let's go over the evidence.
Well, you know I was having an affair with Alasa. I went there to break it off that night. But I can tell you it wasn't easy. She was young and beautiful. But I love Alora. I knew I had to do it. I broke it off quickly as I could, and then I left. I found out later she'd been murdered when the Selkath authorities came knocking on my door. But let's look at the facts they've given. Alasa was brutally killed. Think about that. She was a Sith, trained in battle, and I'm just a crippled old man. My war injuries make it difficult for me to walk, even to hold things. See how my hands are shaking? How could I kill a Sith warrior at close quarters? I ask you. Further, they say they found my heroes cross at the crime scene. Would I leave my war medal behind if I killed someone? Even I'm not that stupid. Obviously, the Sith planted the cross.
Got that?
And what about
Evidence
the lack of
confirmed.
forensic evidence? Skin and hair samples, clothing fibers. Why isn't there anything like that at the crime scene? Sounds like an obvious frame-up to me. I hope you can see how the Sith are manipulating the Selkath, and probably even you to set up this against me. We need to get this over with quickly and clear my name. Anything else I can help you with? I want my arbiter to be well prepared before we go to trial. Go ahead, ask. Ask what you need to. I've got nothing to hide.
Judges said that you left Darth
How would they know? They weren't there. I heard some of the witnesses said that too, but I swear she was alive when I left. I wonder if the Sith have been putting pressure on people to get them to convict me. It wouldn't surprise me at all. They've had it in for me since the war. You should ask everyone about that. They might admit to helping the Sith under pressure. Guess you could interview witnesses at the hotel where the murder happened. The Selkath already did that, but the fish folk don't have much rapport with offworlders. Maybe one of them was holding something back. But I think you'd be better off investigating the Sith themselves.
Did that too.
Maybe you could find some proof they planted evidence to frame me. Though that might mean figuring out a way into the Sith embassy.
Not
Anything
necessary.
else I can help you with? I want my arbiter to be well prepared before we go to trial. Very well. I suppose there is still much you must do before the trial. Once you've gotten enough evidence to go to trial, just tell the warden we're ready. The sooner I get out of the cell, the better.
Okay. So we've investigated the case. It is now time to do the trial, which will be in the next video. So thank you everybody so much for tuning in. Hopefully the years of law I took in school will help me. We'll see how much I remember and how well programmed this game is, I guess. But that is going to do it for this one, so like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.